Yo, what's going on? It's Jay Freeze from the Unforgiven podcast.
It's that boy Trey.
Breathe Virgo.
It's episode is it? Damn.
72.
You need a tally mark.
73?
You need a tally mark right behind you. You see the whiteboard? You need a tally mark on that shit.
Y'all said
Episode
73.
Yeah.
24?
Episode 70. I thought it was 73 or 72.
Damn.
Oh, all right. Well, we got a guest today. Well, we got two guests. Go introduce yourselves.
My name is Chronic. You can call me Day, Damien, whatever suits you best, basically.
My name is Mir. Go by Mir. Straight to the point.
Yeah, bet. No, because I was going to say, tell the viewers where you from. What was like growing up?
So I'm from Drexel Hill, which is basically like 30 minutes outside of Philly. It was just like a chilling suburban town. Really nothing honestly went on at all. It was just really just a chill ass town. Yeah, basically sums it up in a nutshell.
Yeah. Me, I'm from West Philly, born and raised. Growing up, outside playing around, running around the streets with my friends and all that. But moved to the county, high school, so currently reside in the county. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
Bet.
All right, well, how you get started in music?
Honestly, I just saw these kids in my grade. They started rapping. I mean, even to like backtrack to that, I always like creating. Like when I was little, I would make like comic books, or like I like to make like arts and crafts. So like I remember like I would make these like lightsabers and shit, like rolling up paper and shit like that, like make like one top half the color of the saber and everything like that. Like I always liked to create. And then it was in middle school, I saw these kids in my grade. They started rapping, and they were basically like the popular kids in that grade. So they started getting all that attention, and I was like, I like that attention.
Yeah.
I want some of that.
Yeah.
So that sparked the idea of, oh shit, let me put my creativity in the music. And then I started doing it and just ended up loving it. Doing it ever since.
I can dig it.
So how did you get started dancing?
So me, I started dancing just growing up with my cousins and all that, going to cookouts, barbecues. My family like, oh, Mir, go dance, go do the Dougie, go do the Cat Daddy, go Wu-Tang and all that stuff growing up. So I was just raised around it, and I just stuck with it and went to college, going to parties. Oh, Mir, do this, do that. And then people asking me, oh, can you make a dance for my song or this and that? So just started out as a youngin', just having fun, not even thinking about it for real. So
Guilty.
Yeah. That's dope, though.
Yeah, because I recently came out with a bust down challenge for the single that I came out with about a month ago. And I wanted to do something different. And I was like, oh, I want to do a dance challenge. But I can't dance for shit. Nor like think of one. And I was like, hey, buddy. Hey, man. Can you kind of like do me this favor? And he did, yeah.
Got a little favor, so yeah, it was real cool.
That's what's up. How you come up with the name Chronic?
So literally I used to have fuck. Okay. So my previous alright, so listen. So when when my sister was little, she couldn't pronounce Damien. So she would say Day Day. And around when I first started making music, I tried like so hard to think of a name, and when you like when shit doesn't come to you naturally, the outcome comes out really fucking corny.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, like Day Day, like what can I wanted to do something with that. So I was like, let's do DAY times 2. Bring it together, and then it turns into Day Day. It was incredibly cringy, corny. And the one time I was at a Sweet 16, and the girl knew that I made music, and coincidentally there was another kid that made music, and she was like, "Yo, listen, like, can y'all do a rap battle?" Pete, I'm in my young bull form.
Yeah.
I never performed in front of people. I was already shy enough as it was. Like I wasn't with the shits, but I'm not gonna be a bitch, So I was like, yeah, if he's cool with it, right? Yeah. And then she goes over to him, and this dude was definitely on the same type time. He said yeah, and I was like, okay. So then she was like, okay, cool. I'll tell the DJ. We'll get it going. So while she's telling the DJ and shit, I go in the bathroom on some like B Rabbit 8 Mile type shit. I'm in the stall. I have the nervous shits. So like I'm in the stall, and I'm like, I'm looking in the mirror, like sweating, like I'm putting water on my face, like, oh my god, this is so cringy, like right. So then our time came, and the dude went first. He did his thing, and then I came up, did my thing, and people liked what I brought to the table, and they were like, oh my god, like what's your artist name, what's your rap name, this, that, and the third. And I would tell them, oh, DAY times 2. But when I told them that, it felt weird. It
didn't
felt
click.
cringy. Not because it was like I'm telling them my rap name, but it was just the name in general.
Yeah, just-
I wasn't liking it, so I was like, ugh. So literally, when I went home that night, I was like, I gotta change it. I gotta do something.
Yeah.
So I literally went on Google and I looked up cool names, and I clicked the first link, and I'm going down this list, and I stumbled upon Chronic. I'm like, oh shit, I like this word. I didn't know what it meant. So keep that in mind. So I'm like, all right, before I even dive into it, let me see what it's about. Yeah. So I clicked it, and chronic means consistent, like chronic headache, pain,
Okay.
So I was like, all right, so how does this relate to me? So I'm thinking to myself, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm always writing. I'm always promoting myself. I'm always recording, and before COVID, like I was doing performances. Basically, chronic basically sums me up towards what I love, and that's consistent.
That's dope.
So yeah, that's how the name came to be.
That's a dope explanation though, because a lot of niggas just.
Yeah, no, I got
My
shit
name,
for
my
it.
name is my name because I said.
Yeah.
I got
The
shit
hood gave
for
it to me, you know what I mean?
Because when I picked the name, it was way before I even knew what weed was. Like, I didn't smoke.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I remember in art class, we had to do this finger painting project. And I wrote Chronic 97, the year I was born. Right? Hung it up to dry. Came back the next day. Saw it get taken down. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I go up to my art teacher, and I'm like, hey, where's my painting?
Yeah.
She goes, oh, yeah, I took it down. I'm like, why'd you take it down? And she was like, you know what it says on there, right? And I was like, yeah, I know what it says. So she got more mad.
Yeah,
And she was
thought
like,
you was playing.
and she was like, oh yeah? What does it mean? And I was like, it means consistent, Basically what I told y'all, chronic pain, And she was like, oh, well, there's a slang term for that. And I was like, what? I'm completely puzzled. And she thought I was kidding. But yeah, I had to learn. And even when I started first performing, we would have family in the audience. So I remember the host specifically coming up to me, and he's like, yo, listen, after I introduce you, you're gonna have to explain your name, because chronic, that's kind of inappropriate. You're gonna need to give an explanation on you know what I mean? So that was like a whoa. So now when people go like, oh, chronic, I'm like, yeah. Haha. Yeah. Cause I know I'm gonna be hearing it, so
Yeah,
I know what I'm in for.
All right.
Hey.
Well, who was your biggest influences coming up?
You can go first.
I say my biggest influence growing up probably was like Chris Brown. That was like main for me, singing, dancing, him trying to pulling girls and all that stuff. The way he dressed, style, all of that. Right now, I don't know if y'all know these guys, but like She Loves Michi, Tusi, they're like dancers who dance for like Future. Yeah, Ayo and Teo, the brothers who be dancing. So anybody who's more like street dance, not more of like choreography, who just like, I just want to be free. You let the music play, let the music flow through my body, and I'm just gonna move. So that's more of my influence, not more of this like, oh, that dancer right there is that's what I want to do specifically. But no, I just want to be free and just move my body for real. But
yeah, I feel that.
yeah, more of Chris Brown was growing up was definitely Chris Brown for real.
Yeah, and I'll say for me, like the top three was ASAP Rocky. ASAP Rocky taught me to be experimental with myself. Don't put myself in the box. Like, people will hear me come on one track and be like, oh, okay, I kind of hear, and then I'll come on another track and they'll be like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that. That's kind of different. And I would say like the other one is Drake, because he taught me how to be open with basically relationship issues, dealing with heartbreak, but learn how to put it in a song.
Yeah.
Because others can relate as well. And Kid Cudi is also a big one to me, because with him is like, he basically taught me, you don't need to always talk about the general basics when in a rap song,
money, bitches,
girls. You could touch down. You could touch down deeper, and you can still make just as big, if not a bigger impact. So those are my top three for sure.
I feel that.
Okay, so if you could collab with anybody, dead or alive, who would it be?
About making me sweat. I would say. I would say Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi for sure. Hell yeah.
I would definitely say She Loves Michi and Tusi. They're like super hot right now.
Tusi sounds familiar. I heard.
Yeah,
Tusi
You made the
slide.
Tusi
You
slide.
definitely know. Yeah, the
Tusi slide,
yeah.
the kid, like
Tusi
slide.
But I might be thinking about that. It's a rapper.
It
named
is a
Tusi.
rapper named Tusi as
Yeah,
well.
Tusi 2 times.
Yeah,
something
Tusi
like
two
that.
times a rapper.
Yeah,
But there's
yeah.
also a dancer.
I'm about to
Yeah,
sound
dancer.
dumb as
Yeah.
hell.
Yeah.
I thought that was the same person. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm guilty.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying
I'm
to make
guilty.
sure
Yeah,
like
I
we talk
yeah.
about the same person.
You just
like,
blew my mind. I'm not even gonna lie. Like that shit.
No, but I would definitely do like a little dance collab with them because they just be lit. And they be on stage with Future, backstage dancing, just be having a blast, and I'm just trying to get there for real. So it's cool.
Alright.
Mm.
Yeah, so what's your views on the current game right now?
Views on the current game. Let's see. I like how it's motivating to see how majority of the people that are popping are young.
Mhm.
It's motivating because it just goes to show like, damn, they can do it. I can do it. That generally goes for everyone, but for me personally, you get a different motivation when you see someone that's younger than you already done so much and make it so far, because it's like, damn, this shit can really happen
Yeah.
for anyone. That's
Real
to
shit.
me, that's just like the reality of everything. Like even when I get older down the road, I'm never gonna be like, that's not music.
Yeah.
Back in my day, I
Yeah.
hate people like that. So,
Yeah.
seeing people that act like that motivate me to not be like that.
Yeah.
Especially for the type of life that I want to live, the career that I want to pursue.
Mm-hmm.
I need to adapt. I need to figure out what's cool. Keep my ear down to everything that's going on.
Yeah,
I'm so
yeah.
grateful that I have a younger sister because she be feeding me this shit.
Yeah,
She'd be like,
yeah.
oh my God, can you do this TikTok challenge with me? And, da, da, da. And I never go, oh no, and act too cool. I'm like, oh yeah, what is it?
Yeah.
What do you want me to do?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
are they doing?
Yeah, bro, shit.
I'm taking notes.
Yeah, stay
You
up.
feel me?
Yeah, stay up
So-
to date.
Yeah, that's my view on all that.
Same, I agree with the current game. Like social media right now is really taking like, especially like for my field, the dance that I want to do. Like social media is really like
Oh.
blowing up. Like
Hella.
the way that, like I was saying, Tusi, She Loves Michi, Ayo, Teo, they all blew up off of just dancing on Instagram, dancing on Snapchat, Vine, TikTok. So I kind of like the game because it's just one way to get exposed by just doing something. I can be in my backyard and do a dance. It takes like I probably take 10 minutes. 10 minutes to just get a dance down pat.
Yeah,
Doing on social media, I'm getting thousands of views. And somebody see that and he like, oh yeah, like can you make a dance for my song?
Yeah,
And bang,
yeah.
just like that. All it takes is just a little
Right.
simple social media. So
Didn't even
I
need
like
to
the
meet
game
up
for
like
me
that.
right now. Yeah,
You can just
so-
send it right over, and that's
Exactly.
and like to tag in on that. I'm extremely grateful for how convenient and easy everything is now.
Yeah.
Even just the point of like SoundCloud, because people will be like, "Oh, SoundCloud rapper whack." Nah, I feel like they definitely got it twisted because with SoundCloud, like basically, I'm a kind of piggyback off what Travis was saying in an interview, but basically SoundCloud understood the quickness of recording shit and how we want to do it on the go. And now that we got the technology and then we got more outlets that basically touch onto that type of thing, it's amazing. Like imagine in the 90s, like how shit had to be recorded and everything. There was definitely a lot of extra fucking steps that had to be taken compared to today. If I really wanted to, I can make a hit on my phone right now.
Facts. I can make a dance video by myself. I don't need
Yeah.
nobody, no
On
cameras.
his phone.
I don't need no.
You know, he remind me of
Like
Dog.
this baby right here is just,
What do you remind you
I
of?
love
It
it.
remind me of the boy that did that dance video that was popping last year. The boy that was in France and he did the John. He had the dreads and he did a video to the Thriller song. Remember that
he was
shit?
just like Michael Jackson. He was moonwalking all
Yeah,
crazy. on that
yeah,
joint.
dog.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, he looked like him. You've seen that before.
I don't
You
know
know,
what
I
the fuck
forget
you
his
talking
name.
about.
bro.
I don't know. I don't know shit.
Yeah, yeah,
I was
bro.
moonwalking all crazy and everybody's looking at him like, damn, he really fucking that joint
Yeah,
up. Like,
yeah, bro.
yeah.
I remember that shit.
Oh,
got
yeah,
He looked like he had
We
dreads
got
and all
twin out there
that.
in,
Oh,
the,
yeah.
in the
Oh,
universe.
yeah.
That's tough.
That's
If
funny.
he make it, I'm gonna make it too.
Yeah, bro. He made it off Instagram. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
I can dig it.
So, what are your current goals in the industry?
My current goals is keep learning more about myself, keep learning what I can do and what I can't do. And when I stumble upon something that I can't do, I call it the 50-50 rule. So it's either I can take it with a grain of salt. If it's not something that I really care for like that, it's like, okay, that's just something I ain't good at and move on. But if it is something that I want to take the time to learn to master and really think I can pursue something in this, I'm going to take the time to learn it.
yeah.
I mean, you're only going to get better, you know what I mean? The more you work
Yeah.
at something. So, yeah, just more so just figuring out what I can and can't do.
Yeah, my current goals right now is just adapting to what's new, cause like there's always gonna be a new dance and there's always gonna be a new song to come out. So just keeping like staying light on my toes and just keep my head open, cause sometimes I know if like back in the day, but a couple months ago, like I was on TikTok heavy, like making dance videos, and then I was like, you know what, like I'm done with TikTok, cause TikTok was like low key taking like for me it was taking the fun out of dancing, cause everybody's doing all of these challenges and all that shit. And I was like, I'm not fucking with it, because like at this point we're not dancing, we're just mimicking somebody or just copying somebody's moves. But like I had to like sit back and like realize that like this is what's new right now, this is what's hot right now, like we want to do these challenges, so
Adapt.
So it's basically like I just gotta start adapting more to my surroundings and stuff. But yeah, I just want to just keep going forward, don't look back, and just keep progressing at all times. So.
You got any upcoming shows or projects?
Definitely not shows. Listen, man, I wish like times would definitely be different. I do have a single coming out in October, which I'm very excited about. 'Cause people have been showing love with the Bust Down single, so it just got me even more excited for the future upcoming projects, because they definitely like this one. I feel they got a treat coming for everything else that's in store.
Can you tell us the name of it?
I'll tell the name of it. It's called Perk Town.
Perk 10.
Perk 10?
Perk Town.
Oh, all right.
Not 50, not 10, not 20.
Not 30.
It's gonna be everywhere, like Apple Music.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
So did you got a video for the latest single you dropped? Like, did you do a video for it?
Nah, I didn't do a video for it just because of just like scheduling, it was just like getting on the same time as people. It can be challenging sometimes, but I don't sweat it. It's just like, if it's meant to be, it'll happen.
Yeah.
So,
Gotcha.
Can't force it.
Sure. I mean, for me, probably collab with Chronic more, make some more dance challenges for his songs.
Because he can rap, yo. I'm bringing it to the limelight right now. This man can spit. I be telling him. Because, listen, bro, because we be getting fried, and we'll just put on a beat, and he'll say some shit where, when you get that, you know what I mean? You get that. He be making me do that. And I'm like, listen.
I ain't gonna lie.
Get on the track.
We did make one song.
We made one.
It's not finished yet, but we did.
But it's hard.
Damon, you doing an Unforgiven challenge, right? Ain't you doing an Unforgiven challenge?
Unforgiven. Oh, that's when y'all freestyle on the shit.
Yeah,
I knew what I was in for. She gave me the heads up.
I told him. I think she did a freestyle. You got a freestyle?
I'll do a freestyle. I don't got one.
Right,
that wouldn't be a freestyle if I came with some let me go on my notes.
They be doing that though. On double XL, they be doing that.
Practicing the show, they freestyle.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Everyone got their own thing,
The freestyle now ain't a freestyle like it was back then.
You just
like,
basically just a verse. You know what I mean? That's all it is for real. Like it's a 16, 12.
Oh no, I'll do it. I'll do it right now. I'll do it right off the top. I ain't shy.
We'll do that shit.
But I respect others that have their own different methods, because like I said earlier, it's just like you practice something, you're only gonna get better with it. So everyone got different paths. So.
Wow.
All right, give the viewers social media where they can contact you.
You can literally contact me everywhere at World of Chronic. Literally look me up, Chronic, on all social media platforms. It'll literally come right up. And that sums it up right there.
Instagram is MIIRR_XX. Twitter is Amir Goodwin 18, AMIRGOODWIN 18. Yeah, if you want to follow me, give me a little follow. I'll give you a follow back.
Bet. Everyone hop into the topics.
Yes.
That's how rating it. Go ahead.
What's the first topic, Bray?
Topic number 1.
Yeah, go ahead, Bray. Go ahead.
What we doing?
Go ahead.
So Tyler Perry became a billionaire.
Damn right.
Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He got
think
the
about that
whole.
move.
He got his whole studios. Tyler Perry Studios.
He got his own bigger than like the what's that joint called? I forgot. His studio bigger than like the joint that's like in Hollywood.
Yeah. I know you're talking
that joint
about.
called, but his joint bigger than that for real. Yeah.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
I heard people were bitching about how he was doing like scheduling episodes. I don't know if you were like seeing this kind of fluttering around on social media and stuff, but it was like he was making people record like 4 episodes in the span of just like a couple days, like a shit ton of episodes in only a short amount of time. People are like, this is this, that, and the third. But it's like, I don't know. Like, I feel to get to like a big status like that, you're gonna be doing a lot of things where majority of people aren't gonna fuck with. You know, I feel like that's just like a big reality with it. Like, there's some decisions that I made that a lot of people were like, but I was like, you don't really know until shit happens.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So it's like I'm sympathetic like that. I can see shit from both sides. It's kind of like a love and a curse in a type of way. It's just like, yeah, but I kind of get it. Kind of get it.
I feel that. Yeah, that's dope.
I respect his ownership, like his entrepreneurship. You know what I mean? But that's about it, though. Far no, I'm saying because it's material. I'm not a big fan of it, but it's like I respect entrepreneurship though. Like, it's inspiring. It's gonna inspire other people to be billionaires and shit like that. Like Jay recently become a billionaire, Kanye, now him. So it's like that's gonna motivate. You feel me? Yeah, but other than that, like,
on that grind.
So
I'm excited to. I'm curious to see who's next. Who else is on that list? Because that list is gonna be full as hell, you know, later in the future. But it's always cool to see, like, you know, when people just make it on, because it's everyday motivation for me. I mean, that's how I see it. It's just like, damn. Because even with Tyler Perry, this man was writing plays in his car, you know, homeless. You know? So it's always interesting to see people's journeys like that, you know, when it gets brought to the limelight for their success. And you kind of get a gist of where they came from in a sense.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So did y'all hear Detroit 2 by Big Sean?
I didn't.
I listened to a little bit.
I'm terrible with that. I'm terrible with like hearing.
I heard it once.
I fuck with that, John. I fuck with it.
Yeah.
I fuck with it.
What's your favorite songs? What's your favorite song?
Guide Your Heart. Harder Than My Demons.
What's the joint he got with Travis?
I can't pronounce the name.
Lithuania.
I fuck with that joint.
Oh, what the fuck is? What is that?
It's a real place.
All right, I didn't know what.
Is that a
Who with Travis Scott?
She looked at you like your IQ dropped. You see that shit? Lithuania.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I ain't know what the fuck that was.
You heard how they Travis Scott got his own McDonald's meal?
Yeah.
And he got merch coming out and all that, bro.
Yo, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong. Is he the first artist to do that?
Yeah,
I've never heard nobody having their own meal.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll cheers to that.
Yeah. Travis Scott a superstar, man.
Yeah.
That's a big ass move.
I'm not gonna lie though.
That's a different
If we ordered that meal around our way, it looked like shit. I guarantee it. It would literally. They wouldn't give a shit. They would
gonna look like shit.
just be like bun burger here.
That's every
Shit smeared everywhere. Nah, but our McDonald's though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our McDonald's though, it would definitely.
Yeah, for sure. But I feel like that's every McDonald's though.
Not every.
Not every McDonald's is a shitty period.
I feel like there's some McDonald's that care about the customers a bit.
Really
Prep
cool.
it up. Look like the commercials and whatnot.
So Trey, what are your favorite songs?
I only listened to it once. I don't even really have like.
I like Harder Than My Demons. I like the Friday Night Cipher. I like Wolves. I like.
Big Sean, I hope you see this. Hear my opinions. I love your stuff.
Yeah, you funny as.
Yo, what's the one song that has like everybody on the
Friday Night
planet on it?
Cipher?
Sorry, I offended you. Is it good though?
Yeah, it is really good. It's like
everybody
9 minutes though. It's like really long.
Like on a scale
you got
1 to
Cash
10.
Doll on there.
It's
You
really
got-
good. A lot of people on it.
What you getting? I'm talking about the album.
The album?
Oh.
An 8. I feel like it's his best album.
I give it a 9.
Solid project. I feel like he was talking
Yeah, I
about
give it
some
a
real
9.
shit. Like 9?
9.
I feel like he was talking about some
Might
real
be
shit.
I like
Yeah,
Body
I
Language with
tune
Janae Aiko and
I
Ty Dolla
like that
Sign.
joint too. That joint high.
Yeah, I only heard it once, like when it first
That
came
shit
out.
high. I like deep. What you call it? Deep reverence. Whatever you call
Yeah,
it.
with Nipsey.
Hussle. I like
Oh yeah, I did hear that. I did
like
hear
that shit.
Yeah,
Big Sean was just saying he was talking some shit on that Don Life with Lil Wayne. Like
Yeah, I like that he sampled Human Nature.
yeah, like he that shit like
Yeah, he sampled Human Nature.
What song? I was literally
Don's
just listening
Life.
to Human Nature today.
It's
What
called
song?
Don's Life.
You already know we're both.
That's the joint with Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
that joint hard. Like
You gotta remind me.
And then he was
I
like,
heard that
what he
too.
said? He said, get into the paper like it's human nature. I was like, ooh.
That's it.
That's your heart.
Get the speaker. That's what we got some right now. I need it. I was hearing people on Twitter and like, don't get me wrong. I know everyone got a hater. I know there's always people out there to go like, right? But like, people were seriously bitching about it. But in my opinion, I think they were bitching about it because I felt like, and I haven't listened to the project, so correct me if I'm wrong on this. I felt like they were thinking they were about to get some, I don't fuck with you.
Yeah, that shit.
I feel like most of today's audience, they don't like to sit down. They don't like to sit down and listen. They want something quick, catchy, right on the pace.
That microwave shit.
I felt like that's why a lot of them were bitching. That was just like an observational opinion.
Yeah. Cause it ain't about talent no more.
It ain't about substance. That's the thing. A lot of motherfuckers don't got substance.
Well,
like,
If you got a flow and you got a voice,
in a hard beat. So
but that's also a lesson though, because it goes to show how much emotion and like feeling comes. It can come farther than lyrics. That's just what it is.
Yeah, I feel that.
It's interesting. It's really cool because you could be the most lyrical guy on the planet, but if you're like no one's gonna listen to that shit.
Yeah,
you
bro.
could say
No,
the
you're right,
hardest
you're right.
bar on the
Yeah.
planet. No one's gonna give a fuck.
Yeah. That's why you gotta have all that. You gotta have a
yeah, it's about how you say it. It ain't about what you
Yeah.
say. It's how you say
Delivery,
it. Delivery.
all that, yeah.
Yeah.
Like you
Like,
can be
what's
like,
his name? Like AR Ab, dog. AR Ab be saying the most generic drug shit.
But that shit be
like,
hard.
What he said though.
Delivery just
Yeah,
tough, like,
yeah. That's
hard.
what I'm
Man,
saying.
that's your heart, yeah.
Yeah, real shit.
Free our ad, by the
Next
way.
topic.
Oh, 6ix9ine dropped the Tattle Tales album.
Trash.
I didn't even listen to it. I didn't listen.
Trash.
You see how he lost?
Trash. Trash. Oh, you talking about that shit flop? Ain't that shit flop? Ain't that shit flop?
At first it was supposed to sell 150,000.
but he was doing his thing before the whole rat shit though. He dropped some hard shit before all the rat
He
shit.
did.
If this whole
Good party
if
shit.
this whole
Yeah.
rat shit
That nigga's
did
a
not
pedophile,
happen,
bro.
Exactly.
that album would be popping.
Hell no. Listen. That nigga's a
That album would be popping.
But
People would be bumping that shit.
what, before the rat shit?
If he never ratted, if that whole
Nah,
reality
bro, because
never
you gotta
happened.
think though, because when he first got out, when he went on IG Live, bro, if people didn't care about him ratting, they would have went to his live. But he was like, I want to see what this nigga got to say. So they all slid. But
Because he told.
but then they played it. He dropped his album. That shit was ass. So niggas like.
But
I'm
it's
gonna bump that
because
joint, that
it's
joint
because
ass.
he ratted. It wasn't about the talent. It was about the
Because he
respect.
read it.
Bro, that joint still
Yes.
was, so you saying if he didn't
Yes.
rat and that joint still was
So
ass,
you
he was
think?
going-
No, what I'm saying is if he didn't
Josiah.
rat,
No.
I felt that shit. I felt it wouldn't flop as bad as it did.
I'm gonna ask you this though. What you-
Because, yo, in my opinion, he was doing this thing before the whole rat shit. He was already entertaining. Like, yeah, he wasn't lyrical or anything, but yeah, you would play it at parties, people would sing along, and he would get the vibe going at shows. Ever since he ratted, though, it was like you could play whatever by him. What Dirk said, we do not listen to rats. No one's
we
gonna
don't.
fucking listen. No one. Just because of
yeah.
off the strength of that one thing. That one thing persuaded a whole different opinion on the audience.
Yeah.
So it was like, fuck him. Just that general fact, I ain't listening.
So you don't think it's due to him trolling all this? You don't think it's karma? All this trolling, all this suck my dick shit, all that goofy
I believe
shit.
it's karma,
You
100%.
getting niggas hit and all that.
But that's what I'm saying, though. Yeah, it's definitely, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, 100% karma.
I mean, it's just when you do fuck shit, I just feel like fuck shit come back. Like what you reap, you sow. Like it's just
100%.
It's just like dog. It's just
100%.
I'm laughing. Like I'm glad. Like I don't like because I don't like boy. I never like even before the rat shit. I never liked 6ix9ine. Like that.
Like super
like,
fanable. Like
Nah.
this song play in the club, I might dance to that John, but like.
But he know how to work social media, though.
Cause he troll. Troll.
He knows what he's doing.
I'm a troll. I'm a tell
knows
niggas
what
to suck
he's
my
doing.
dick. I'm a all this dumb shit. Like I'm
Going
gonna
to
come with
niggas'
rainbow
cities,
hair,
all that
tatted face,
shit.
all that dumb ass. Come on,
He
bro.
knew what
Like
he was doing.
he know what he doing, but he don't know what he doing now. That shit so what? 45K? What they say? 45K?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
hell,
45,
you
50.
flop, bro.
That's
It's a
a bad
rap.
joint, yeah.
He mad as shit. Like it's time about to be up, and you gotta walk around security for the rest of your life. So
Yeah.
was it really worth it? You ratting on niggas and doing all this rah rah shit.
Numbers going down.
Yeah.
Like it's over, bro. Like
Yeah.
it's over. He try to get Gilly Kid to be
It's
on
a
the
life
park.
lesson. I saw that.
What you think about
Yeah.
that?
I saw that. I thought Gilly made an amazing. I thought his answer was just because 6ix9ine was like, "Oh, the biggest. This is gonna be the biggest thing." Da, da, da.
Yeah.
As soon as he clicked off, he said, "The biggest thing in my life was the birth of my kids."
Yeah.
Shout out, da da da. Shout out, hoodda.
Yeah.
Listen, the whole roster. I thought that was like a beautiful answer to go about that shit. Because people would be in their back. Yeah, well, fucking rat. Da, 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 da. He was just calm, precise. Like he knew what he was doing.
All right, I got you. All right.
What's the next topic?
Oh, pictures and video of Kendrick shooting a new music video.
Well, music. I don't even know anything.
I didn't even see
Oh yeah,
this.
he's shooting a new joint.
Well, basically, he supposed to be shooting a video.
I hope it's
like,
good. That's like, like
Yeah, I mean,
that's the only thing I can say about that.
He
I
like
don't
floating
know.
on water or some weird shit. I don't know what the fuck. he
Floating
doing,
on
like,
water?
Yeah, on some like I don't know what he doing. Like
I saw the shit that Kanye and people were walking on water.
See that too. Yeah.
That's some Chris Angel shit. He
I
definitely got
don't
the fucking clear tiles in that bitch. In the late night,
It's like
they
with the
set
Sunday
that up.
service. Like I don't know.
In
I
the
don't
late
know
night,
what
they
he
set
doing.
that up. Make sure no one saw.
Yeah, I don't know what.
3 in the
motherfuckers
morning
doing.
type shit. No one was gonna be there. Like, oh, they ain't ready for this.
You think Kendrick going to deliver it? Oh, my fault. Go ahead.
I was about to go on to the next topic.
Oh, all right. Go ahead.
Okay. That's like a pop star video.
Yeah,
Justin
that shit was
Bieber in that
Justin
joint?
Bieber, yeah, that joint was so
Yeah.
funny.
I just didn't.
That was tough.
I liked it. It was funny.
Right. It was definitely a smart marketing strategy too.
It
'cause
was.
Now you got
I just
Bieber's
didn't
whole
understand
audience
it.
on
Like,
that.
I
A
mean,
pop star?
yeah.
Justin
but
Bieber's a
still,
pop
it's
star.
like-
Like he said, this shit ain't big without a Bieber freak. It makes
Yeah.
sense like that.
So Bieber's
Yeah.
gonna be in that job.
Yeah, I mean, so that was. I like how he did it because like how
Well,
he
Drake wasn't in that joint at all, was he?
No,
He was in the beginning of it. He was in the beginning.
That was it.
But that was decent though, because like you wasn't expecting him to get. You know what I mean? Like
Not only
basically,
that, now
like,
you got Bieber in it.
yeah.
And
So
then
it's
we
like
got Bieber in
the
it.
life of a pop star.
Not
Like,
only is that a
Bieber
different
in his
artist,
run.
but what comes with a different artist is a different audience. So it's like, yeah, people fuck with Drake too, but it's like now people are really gonna tune in too off of the strength of
I just
Bieber.
want them to make another song together. That's
Who?
what I want. Justin Bieber.
I would
Yeah.
love that.
They made it so
Yeah, they did.
it was old. This was
They
he was
did?
like this. He was like when he was like
It was on
when he
his
was 12.
album
He
Believe.
like
It was called Right There.
yeah. It was like a
Right Here,
This
right
when he was
here.
like a young boy.
Right here,
Like this
yeah.
like when he was
Shit, we got play.
when he was like in his baby days. You know the song like
Yeah,
like
yeah.
We got. I already got a whole
I ain't
playlist
listening
in
to
my
this
head.
shit. Like
Bro, you can put these songs down.
So weird.
What was the song called? What was the Human Nature song called?
Don's Life. Yeah, Don Life.
Down
Yeah.
Life.
Right
What?
there. No, right here. Right here.
Right here.
Yeah.
which one he look? Which one we look?
So I'm trying to hear both of them.
Okay, I'll play both of them after.
Yeah, I was about to say I never knew Drake and Bieber had a song together. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Okay, so Bryson Tiller dropped a song called Inhale. I
He
heard
dropped
it.
the song.
Yeah, he dropped a song.
I ain't heard that.
I heard it.
I know you heard
That's
it.
Of course I heard it. Nigga. That's my fucking yo. That's my guy,
How was
dog.
it?
It was really
shit
good.
fire,
I like the
man.
video too.
He got a new album coming out or something?
Yeah, he got
probably
yo.
do,
Oh my
yeah.
god, like I can't.
You do?
Yeah.
Wait for him. Yo,
See,
What's
I'm
it
so
called?
terrible.
I love
Like, I'm
Bryson.
I
so.
ain't say that yet. It's just new album. He just said new album this fall. That was it. Like Bryson Tiller, he mysterious. Like he don't do interviews. Nothing. He just drop music. Like,
Nothing
it's
wrong with
weird.
that.
And then you see on Friday night they're doing this drug. You say, damn,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
what we
tuning
doing.
in. I'm tuning into that shit, dog. Like that. He hot. Like, you know what I mean.
Damn, I need to hear that. See, whenever like new shit comes out, like I get to it on my own time. You know what I mean? Like I'm so terrible with that. It just comes like it's like whenever I hear it, I hear it.
Music
Basically.
Fridays.
I don't look at that.
I know you're talking about the playlist.
I know what he's talking about, but I don't.
Y'all saw the video that hit different by SZA and Ty Dolla $ign? I like the video. Josiah.
Cause it's like I'm an R&B guy. Dog. I'm here like much as I fuck with rap, I love R&B, dog. It's the
So
perfect
funny.
balance.
I
Ty
like-
Dolla $ign
You feel what I'm saying?
don't miss.
You gotta
he
listen-
don't.
Huh?
Ty Dolla
He
$ign.
don't miss.
That's what I'm saying.
He
He
don't
hot.
miss.
Yeah, like
Ever.
Yeah.
Ty Dolla $ign.
Do you remember a
tough,
time
dog.
where you airballed? I don't.
No. All his songs are
He don't
bangers.
know Ty Dolla $ign?
What?
I'm
Nah,
saying
he
you don't fuck with
dope, he
Ty
dope.
Dolla- I'm about to
I
say,
don't
like,
tune into too
You
much
don't
of
tune?
this shit.
Wow, like what?
I'm not a
yo,
big
that shit-
Ty Dolla fan.
He be killing it. With
It's a hit, dog. You got him on the drum.
honestly, I haven't heard a single by him in a minute.
Yeah.
He
Just
doing-
him.
But he be fucking the features up all crazy.
Oh,
so
dude,
I'm
that's what
fucking
he
with
is.
it.
good on
Don't
features.
miss.
Yeah.
Don't miss.
I'm waiting for that SZA album though, dog. I want, you know what I mean? Like, I can't wait.
He
Like,
doesn't.
real rap.
Okay, so Lil Durk dropped his single "The Voice" instead of an album.
That joint.
See, that's more his lane. Like,
Yeah, he like Lil
That
Durk.
shit was hard.
Yeah,
I
that
fuck
shit
with
was
Dirk,
dope,
yeah.
dog.
Wait, that was an
That
album.
was hot.
No,
No,
That
it
shit
was a
got
single.
views too.
Oh,
dog.
is that
Dirk,
when he said?
Dirk-
Ever
another
since
one,
he
though.
did the
Jay-Z?
joint, I
Yeah.
mean, Dirk been popping.
No, he
but-
been on some shit though.
Yeah,
Even
but once
before
he
the, like,
did that joint with Drake,
that shit kind of
Yeah,
like.
that
You
I
feel
mean,
me?
he up there.
Dirk on some
Up now.
shit.
They was talking about now he got to do a song with Chief Keef because he already did one with Lil Reese and he
Who,
did
Drizzy?
one. Yeah, so they saying now he got
I
to do.
mean,
it
he
with
don't
Chief
need
Keef.
to do his own Cheeky.
I know.
Cheeky's
It's
not
just,
popping like
they the
that,
top three boys in
I feel
Chicago.
like it's
Nah,
Herb,
but it's at that point
Lil
though.
Durk.
It's for the culture.
For the culture, it gotta make sense.
I want to hear it. I want
Chief
it.
Keef and Drake.
I want it.
Yeah.
That joint probably gonna be fucking tough.
If it was like 2012, I'm gonna keep it being like I don't know, like I'm cool.
That
Like
shit gonna be crazy.
I don't know.
That's funny.
I'm with all that. I'm with all that.
So NLE Chopper said he's gonna stop rapping about violence.
I know he
what y'all think about that?
I don't care
I
about
love
him.
that.
You don't care for him?
I don't care for him.
I seen,
Why?
He's
he was
just
on social
ill.
media the other day meditating in his fucking lake. I don't know if y'all seen that
Yeah, I
shit.
seen that shit.
I don't know what type of time he on, but I mean, fuck it. I guess that's the money make you.
He had,
love
another, he had another video where he was trying to control the fire. You saw that shit?
Yeah, but like, yeah,
I was cracking the
I don't
fuck
know
up.
what take time, but
I love that
Yeah,
though,
yeah.
and honestly, I encourage that for other artists, especially when it's not your reality.
Exactly.
A lot of people will go to that for like that like general recipe. You know what I mean? Just to like make a hit when they really aren't about it. Because that you manifest what you fucking speak. If you're gonna talk that gang shit, that violence and
Exactly.
blase, that
Yeah,
shit will come to your front
Yeah.
door. There's some times where like I'll think to myself like I really try to keep in mind of what I say because there's some times like I'll think to myself like damn, like say I say I'm with the Bloods Ooh, I'm with the cribs. Da, 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 da. I shout out this street. I shout out this block, and I'm in this city. You know what I mean? I imagine a hypothetical situation where I'm at a show, and after the show, a fan will come up and be like, "Oh, bro, I like your shit. Oh, thanks, man." Pulls out a gun, shoots me.
Yeah.
I'm dead, and I'm another one on the fucking list because I wanted to make a hit and talk about something that I'm not about, and people will try you, especially when you're on the come up, because they more focused on your failures than your success. So they want, So they want to see what you're actually about. So I do encourage like a lot of artists, because even for me, like you peeped how I said I'm from Drexel Hill, outside of Philly. People from our area, and he can even vouch for me.
Claiming the shit out of Philly.
Oh
Yeah,
my
bro.
God.
I got both sides because I was born and raised in Philly, but I moved to the county. I was like high school, 9th grade. So I was raised in Philly, but I also seen the county side, and I still go back to Philly all the time. I got family in Philly all the time. There'll be people in the county who be like, "Yeah, I'm from Philly." Nigga, no, you not.
Yeah, real
out of here.
shit.
Like, you capping all crazy. Like that shit is so crazy. Like,
If you aren't from Philly, if you live outside of Philly, all of the listeners on here, don't claim you're from Philly, bro. You ain't from it. You live near it. You ain't from it. You can see it, but you ain't fucking from it, all right? Calm down, Greg. All right? You live in Brumar, okay? You're not from South Philly.
I think you must know it real Greg.
That was about to say.
That was personal. That's a little
I'm
personal.
saying, like, damn,
You got specific and shit.
people will do that. Oh, ooh.
Nah, I feel you. I feel you.
Gets me so mad, bro. So mad, because it's like, stop. Stop.
What's the
Painting a false fucking
I'm
image for yourself. Look at the
trying
fucking
to come up
class.
with more stuff to talk about.
That's it.
So y'all want to see Gladys Knight versus Patti LaBelle?
Oh, they don't know about
Who be the what?
exactly.
They're doing versus.
I thought y'all was too young for that era. That's more like they ain't even our era for real.
My mom was putting me on.
Who'd you say?
Gladys
and
Knight, Gladys Knight, and Patti LaBelle.
I heard of Patti LaBelle. I don't know the other joint.
Gladys Knight.
Gladys Knight
Gladys
in the
Knight.
Pips,
She
like
hitting that shit.
I don't know about that.
Listen, y'all about to beat my ass because I don't know a fucking thing about that shit. Can someone educate me real quick? Is it a sitcom?
No, the singer is Damien.
The sitcom.
My man says that it's sitcom. I'm out.
You think I'm kidding?
That's a rap. Look,
Educate me. What
they
is it?
singers like what they like R&B singers or something like that. I mean, it's like my pop era, dog. Like R&B soul singers basically.
R&B
like,
soul
yeah,
singers.
When was their prime? Like, what years was their prime?
Bro, I feel like
I think back in the
like
Yeah.
80s, probably like 80s, 90s, like early 90s. We probably was getting born. It was hot.
Yeah, that's how I said. It's a little before
I
y'all
think Patti
time.
LaBelle got like her name came up crazy a couple years ago. She had her own sweet potato pie or some shit like that. It was getting sold and shot right, so her name was going crazy and shit. But yeah, needed some old school singers. Soul shit.
And what? They just came out with some new stuff apparently.
No,
I know they did the
like
versus
the versus
joint.
battles
Versus
that
joint.
everybody been having lately.
Oh,
So they did, like,
yeah.
the versus
Yeah.
battle between
Oh,
them and
okay.
shit.
So who y'all picking for the people that know?
I'm
gonna keep it being hot. Yeah, I can't give you that right there. That's not really my era. That ain't really my time.
I just want to watch.
Yeah, I'm gonna just watch. Yeah, that's it. I'm watch probably with my mom on probably.
Imagine they did
'cause
Prince
into
versus
this-
Michael Jackson.
All the hot
Imagine
shit.
if they did that though. Prince
What?
versus Michael Jackson, like them niggas was alive.
Oh yeah, that would be.
After I would shut the internet down. Like
I got Michael
That
Jackson.
nigga,
Yeah, Michael Jackson.
Michael
Yeah,
Jackson
yeah,
got
yeah.
way
Mike.
more hits,
Nigga,
way
Mike,
sold
yeah.
way more. Prince was talented, but there's no debate, dog. Michael Jackson.
I don't know. That's
No
hard for
debate,
me.
dog.
Take his sunglasses off, people start passing out all crazy.
Yeah.
And that nigga Mike was different.
Yeah.
Shit.
But that's just like another example of like with verses and stuff. Like even with like Tory Lanez with Quarantine Radio, it's just like I love like
Tory
social
Lanez.
media stuff like that. You know what I mean? That
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
is so cool to me. How artists just basically take that platform and do something incredibly.
You heard how he texted Meg and said that he was sorry about shooting her
Because he
feet.
was
Because
drunk.
he was drunk.
I mean, that's
He
what
said,
they
I shot
said.
because I
Like,
was drunk.
That's
Listen,
anything.
Sometimes you just
that
get
don't
too
even
lit.
add up though.
Like, bro, what?
You want to shoot someone in the foot.
He
It
was
Oh,
drunk on
Damien.
social
He
media.
said it happens.
happens.
I don't know what's going on. I stopped following. Like at that point, I just like, all right, yo, like story don't make no fucking sense. It's just. But anything y'all want to say before we? I mean, because
Get
we
some
got
shout outs, anything like that.
Anything you want to plug?
Appreciate y'all for having me on this, John, for real.
Appreciate
You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate y'all for having us.
Appreciate
I'm
it.
a shout out. I'm a shout out Drexel. I'll shout out Delco just cause I got rep where I'm from. You know, out of respect. I'll shout out Mama Dukes,
Okay.
Marley, my dog Kaya. How you doing, Kaya? I'll rap.
That's a first.
Let me see. UD track, because that's where we're from. That's how we know each other. We ran on the same track team in high school. So that's how we met.
and shit.
Shout out Derby track. Shout out Lim, Noah, Landon. All my other boys, they know who they are. The list can go on, so I'm gonna just end it right there.
I feel that.
Shout out to the fam, to the gang. That's all I gotta say.
They know who they are too.
Okay.
So what's it? Is it 72 or 73?
Bro,
Y'all
it's
put
77. Look,
Y'all put
73. 73. All right, 73. Yo,
Y'all
73.
put 73 in a group
All
chat.
right.
73.
84.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that's 73.
All right, 73.
So, it's the Unforgiven podcast, episode 73. It's a wrap, man.